twitch.tv/the Xisuma, also streaming on TikTok. And let's log in and find out where I logged out in just a second. Oh, I think all my audio might not be set up correctly. Let's have a look. Yeah, pretty sure it's set up wrong. All right, let's log in and go. Oh, well, my chat has crashed. I try my very best for these things. I try my best. I have to relaunch my chat. It's died again. Yeah, a lot of Streamlabs stuff is broken. If I remember correctly, I turned off all the notifications up top because that stuff stopped working. It's getting to the point now where, like, there's not going to be a lot of stuff left that works with it at this point. There we go. There we go. I heard the llama, and whenever I hear the llama, like, I'm like, is it there? Is it those two, or am I being visited? Because at some point, I've left mini HUD on. I can turn that off easy enough. Bam. I've been working on the area. Oh, I guess we'll have a look before we head off. Just Gree, thank you ever so much for 18 months. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a great day. Thanks for asking. Evil X is having a good day too. Doing evil things, I imagine. So over in this area, I eventually got around to building out the rest of what we just kind of started on a live stream. And, you know, there isn't too much of a vision here, but I've learned that putting down more things can help a lot. So little details like the rooted dirt and stuff, and you're never really going to see it from this angle over here, but I've gone round and shored up the beach. And yeah, that's kind of it. You know, we've got this free cam, right? Pretty good way to look at the island. There is another one. I've got it installed. And apparently I don't remember what the hotkey was. I saw it in B-Dubs' video and I was like, wow, that looks amazing. I think I've got it installed. Actually, I might have got rid of it. Isn't it called Orphacam? LMNOP. Yeah, no, I think I got rid of it. It's another really cool way to look at the game with, what do they call it, like an isometric view? Like a diagonal view? Statue 00, thank you for the Prime subscription. 6 months right there. Much appreciated, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Look at X being a good citizen and donating, lol, says Z2H. I'm assuming you're referring to the title of the stream? The anvils are still there, dang. I haven't done much on this side, so I'm kind of left with this space here. And I tell you what, I think I know what to do now. I don't want to end up with the beach going the way around the whole island, right? I think what I should do on this side is lean into the greenery a bit, because you've got that nice jungle green. Maybe we could put down some fields of moss, put in some green carpet, stuff like that. My plan is actually to leave this area pretty swiftly, but you never know what happens when you log on and look around. Sometimes your brain just starts... Oh, look at that. Well, I need to bring some moss. Your brain just starts throwing ideas at you. That is a lot of anvils. You're behind on videos. Well, there will be spoilers then. Yo, Rosa Wolfie, thank you ever so much for 21 months. Appreciate you subscribing, supporting. Hope you're entertained. Alright, by the way, I got a hot cup of tea, so, you know. Can't spend too long over here. Now, I could put these blocks in at ground level, but it just kind of occurred to me... What do I actually want to do here? Like, do I want to do, like, some rows? Like, it's a nice looked-after garden, maybe? If I did that, I feel like it would be a raised-up thing. And then over here. So now if we imagine that stretched out a bit more, it's going to need a lot more with it, right? I think looking at what Scar does with his gardens, I feel like Scar does really good gardens. But if we flatten this bit over here, I'm actually just going to go ahead and do that. Then we'll have a nice big flat lawn area. And then we'll have some other blocks that kind of like maybe some fences. I guess you want it to connect to somewhere as well, right? So maybe a step up to this area, maybe do the same thing with this space and then have a little door here somewhere. Probably right under that. That would be the spot for a door, the other side of there. So yeah, it's got potential. It's got potential. Yo, Dante Red Eye, thank you so much for 63 months. And we got Birdie J373 gifting a sub to the stars above. Thank you for being so kind and gifting one, my dude. Have any exiles done other tasks? As far as I'm aware, we're up to date here. That's a completed task. And if you saw the latest episode, I've set up a new one here. So there are 3 mischievous tasks available. When a task is complete, I'm just gonna put them like here for now, and then maybe if we get a lot of them, we'll make them a little room. Anyway, some ideas right there for what we might do. I will need to get more moss, and I have to write this on a non-game like list of materials. I guess I need more green wool as well, because of course I'm about to die. Although I could have like put it in my ender chest, but yeah. My ender chest is full of other things that I don't want to leave here, so it is what it is. In you go. You assume 19 exiles is now how many times you've exiled yourself. That is correct. That is correct. So I've had 19 trips over here. Let's go stand in the water. Heart Gamer says, I'm still waiting for Xisuma to accidentally click. Whoa. I just pressed F5 and all my windows disappeared. Say what? Oh, that explains something it was doing. Hang on, that is not good. I can't F5 any. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was playing Final Fantasy and it said press F3, and whenever I did it, it did this like weird Windows desktop view. Oh my god. So now I can't F5. Like, I legitimately can't F5. That doesn't... Oh my god, it did it again. Like, what is going on with that? Is there... I've restarted the computer several times. I'm just thinking, is there like a... You know, like you got caps lock. Is there like another key on the keyboard that messes with that? Maybe that one? Hey! I looked at the keyboard and there was a strange looking lock key, and I was like, I think that has something to do with Windows. I'm going to press that button. That fixed it. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I was playing Final Fantasy and it wanted me to press F3. And I pressed it and then like this weird Windows menu thing comes up and I'm like, what's this about? We got noises at Birdie J coming in with even more gifted subs. My dude, thank you for your generosity. Thank you, thank you. Is that getting a hype train going? Let me check. I think so. Hey, yeah, we got a hype train. Thank you, my dude. Much appreciated. Hope you are enjoying the stream and the animation, of course. The Yellow Phone, Lintman, Danny Rose, Spacey Kate, Rain the Cyborg, y'all been gifted subs. Be sure to check it out in the chat and say thanks. Birdie J, the one, the only. Rebind it, says Blooming Cow. It's not a rebind thing. It's a Windows function thing. Yo, Ron and Darlin, thank you for 29 months. Good evening, people. What's happening to X's computer? I guess y'all couldn't see it, but like when I pressed F5, all the windows on my screen disappeared, so I couldn't see anything. And I had to load them all back up. Patrice Bart, thank you for 51. Yo, how... Oh my god, 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Oh, this cup of tea was primed a moment ago. It was primed. Yeah, I'm going to shoot off a message. That I realised I should probably send off. Right, all the things. No, don't do that. Oh, Windows, you are so awkward. Like, I'm trying to move a window and it keeps, like, suggesting this position on the screen. It's like, no, I don't want you to go there. I want you to go over here. Come on, Windows, what are you doing? Right, okay. All my things are back. Gah. Did I hum the Ben 10 opening song? No. I don't know what Ben 10 is. Heart Gamer asks if I've been enjoying Final Fantasy 7. I've been absolutely loving it. It's just such an amazing game. Like, the story... I'm just enjoying every moment of it. Right now, one of the things I need to do next is play quite a bit of Queen's Blood, and I think it's going to be really tough. And I'm in the Golden Saucer with all the minigames, so I thought I might do a bonus stream at some point where I just play that. Because it's like a game within the game, and I really like it. I really like those kind of card games. So, I might do that, but I don't know when. I don't know when. We got to take a trip, I guess, to the Nether Hub. Let's grab this. Grab this. Yeah, I recorded with Pearl the other day. I'm supposed to give this to Pearl at some point. I completely forgot because I haven't been having this backpack thing on me. But I got a trophy there just for Pearl. Right, this is from a long time ago. We don't need it anymore. Let's go to the Nether Hub. We got to join. We've got a thing to do over here. Blooming Cow says, remember you can join LPMT with a gifted sub. That is 100% true. Let's go check this out. Like, this build looks amazing so far. Also, the idea that B-Dubs had of this scaffolding thing, right? It kind of made me think, what if you did more of your building where, like, fill in the inside blocks with scaffolding, then when it's partially done, it's actually not the inside bit, it's kind of built on top of it, I see. It looks so cool having, like, the partial scaffolding there. And what he was saying about this lighting down the bottom here, illuminate it from the bottom up, that is really cool. So, check this out. B-Dubs needs some supplies for building this thing. Is it like solid dirt on the inside? No. I was going to say, that would be madness. Madness. Right, diorite. 12 double chests. Is that the only sign here? Surely he wants other materials too. I could have swore when I was listening to the video, he talked about some of the materials. Is it just diorite he wants? Because, like, I got grass. We can get moss. We can help out. I'm sure he said he wanted candles. I'm sure. Wait, what's this over here? It's an arrow, that's what it is. Skiz was meant to make a list of supplies needed. Ah. Skiz, where's the list, man? Pale oak, glass pane, candle, moss, deep slate. Yeah, I remember him saying pale oak, and we've got a farm that could potentially produce pale oak. Maybe we could run that on today's stream and just have a little hang out and chat while it runs. I think the problem there is that it's probably going to need to run for a good 20 minutes to 40 minutes. At least. So maybe not. Also, you see, there's more stuff everywhere, but that's not related to the supplies. Anyway, 12 double chests of diorite for Mr. B00. I mean, I'm happy to help out and share supplies. I'm just thinking he's got to place all of those blocks. Wow, what a soldier! Yo, Fallen Armor, thank you for your Prime subscription. Appreciate you using that on me, my dude. If you did not know, you can use any subscription here to join our Let's Play Minecraft Together community, which means your Amazon Prime gives you access to our community server. If you're interested, go to asumavoid.com/get-whitelisted. And perfect timing because Cassiar Former is here gifting subs to Heiner Jung, Captain Cardone, Olunkel, Witherevin, and Eriflia. That means all of y'all can come and join the server and check it out and stuff if you want to. I'm checking Twitch. I'm checking the Twitch things. I've got a way of checking it now. keeping an eye on it. Thank you for those gifted subs. Much appreciated. Let's go get, like, don't we need, like, 24 of these, which is a bit mad, so... If I free up some space in my inventory first... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right, well, you know, 18's a good start. 18 is a good start. So over here, you'll see that we're not actually... Yeah, we're not as primed over here as I thought we might be. Let's see if we can get a fair amount of this out of Loglands. I don't think we're going to fill up half of these. But that's a guessing game we can play, right? Can you get some diorite from this ruin on the nether roof? yeah, let's just... Oh, look, B-Dubs needs diorite. Let's just dismantle this ruined structure that's been left. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. How could he not? Yo! Loglands is complete. It's interesting. When things get complete with me, I tend to, like, feel like I'm finished with them. And there's some space for us to build some new farms, which we might do in 1.21.5, but now that it's done, I just don't feel like I want to expand it anymore. It's interesting, at least for me, how my mind works like that. I guess it's not so much interesting, it's just I don't surprise myself. I'm used to it, I guess is what I'm saying. You know, like I can get into a game and really love it and enjoy it, and then the moment I stop playing, it's like, that's it, it's done. Won't ever get back into it again. Yo, Willow Gaming, thank you for gifting a sub to Lidigo89. Appreciate you doing that. Thank you. Someone says make the diorite. Are you referring to using quartz to craft diorite? Because I'll say this. After you, mate. After you, buddy. I guess we do have a quartz farm, but it's just not a very high yield one. Plus, I'd probably be more inclined to use that for something else. Now, I said half, didn't I? I'm already thinking definitely less than half. Is there even enough chests here to make half? Considering how little diorite we're pulling from them, I think we're going to come in under half, no problem. Piglin Barter, Cobblestone Generator, Autocrafter. Yo, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. There are more chains of automation now, aren't there? More things you can do than ever. I'm drifting in my mind for next season towards immersion. Like, I've got things that I want to do this season, but then stuff that feels more like, you know, starting a whole new base, right? So I've been thinking a little bit about a future season, and I like this idea of immersion, but like I'm just noticing how when you focus on building big and build farms, you kind of miss out sometimes on the little details and the joys of them. And there are lots of opportunities to do small scale cool stuff that I think the large scale gameplay like precludes you from. And in the next update of Minecraft, we are getting a lot of small detail blocks, and I'm starting to think that... Yeah, wasn't there like 3 stacks in there a second ago? Or am I just not clicking on the right place? I'm starting to think that, like, I got one idea of, like, player scale. So you build a base that is very much driven by the perspective of the player, like, walking around it. So you want to make it feel like you're in... like a normal human scale environment, and then that could give you like a lot of potential for detail, you know. Well, I'm going to exhaust my diorite supply, I guess, because that is looking like it. Wow, I really overdid this. I don't think I've got any other chests left behind from a big dig or anything like that. This is kind of like the one stash outside my normal base, so I guess we'll drop some of these back off, right? Kuforia, thank you for 2 months. Appreciate your Prime subscription. Thank you so much. Like B-Dubs is doing it. Less automation, says Raura. Kind of like B-Dubs. I think B-Dubs is like immersion and artistic, and it's definitely player scale, but it's more scenic and about being outdoors and whatnot. I'm thinking about more being indoors. Here's some of the ideas. Whenever the next season rolls around, like I generally have like a big brainstorming session before it, and I've listed a few notes down, but because it's so long away, it's like rather see what I feel like at the time. But here's an example of something that's been like crossing my mind a lot. It's just you build a farm, things go into the chest, and that's it. Like, why not have more bells and whistles on it? Why not have levers to pull? Why not see more of it in action? We tend to build farms to do something efficiently, and I think I like the idea of maybe building farms that do something visually. So the items, maybe you see them move around before they get collected, and then like rather than just collect it and put it into a chest, maybe we can add some things like sounds and visuals, lights blinking, pistons moving, because like you can make the game really animated if you wanted to. And that's kind of some of the ideas like swirling around in my head when it comes to future basing plans. Okay, so out of that we actually got like 5. Wow. Now I don't know if I'm going to need a bunch of diorite again in the future. I think it's unlikely that I'm going to need a large amount, but I'm going to keep 1 full box for myself, and the rest of this can go to B-Dubs. Let's go get it over there. Season 10 is the visual sensory season. More hermits building texturing and more hermits animating and incorporating sounds and ambience. I love it, says Rahana. Yeah, definitely there's been a lot of that. I feel like I'd like to go a lot further. Like, so many things have been a bit of an afterthought. Like this, for example. What if there's like, what if I put a little armor stand guy who gets animated or changed position based on what status the lamp is in? Or the beacons, should I say. So things like that, just thinking like, here's the normal Minecraft thing of like, my redstone lamp is on, but how can I make that more interesting? How can we make it bigger? How can we be bolder about it? Where am I going? Why do I keep talking? Let's go over here. Lord Andy 1258. 2 months and watching your episodes of Imp and Skiz. Good episodes. Thank you, my dude. I hope you enjoy them. I hope they bring you some value. Wild Tinkerbell is here for 5 months saying, hi, X, I wish I could have been here longer, but it'd been nice to look at your creative side of this lovely game and what you can do for other people who are watching. Always looking forward to your streams. I hope you have a great start to your week. Thanks so much. Yeah, it's been alright. Today's been fine. Went for a run. I'm out of sync with my usual cadence, so I went for a run today, and my legs are still sore, my glutes, but I managed to get through it. Trow says, yeah, why is the streamer talking? Why is that guy talking? Hey, how dare I? How rude. How rude of me. So I'm gonna like throw those archers, put them in there. Bam. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I can pick up a whole box at once, right? If need be. Ed Network, the one, the only, the legendary. Legendary, because 104 months, that is absolutely insane. Thank you, my dude. Thank you for being around all this time, and I hope you continue to enjoy what we do here. Future plans, currently, there'll be more Hermitcraft. I want to do some more horror at some point. I also want to play a bunch of quirky indie games, and I think I might do a little bonus stream real soon playing Queen's Blood from Final Fantasy VII, which is a card game that's just delightfully fun. I remember in Season 8, Final Fantasy VIII, they added a card game thing, and I was like really, really into it. It feels like it's got elements of like deck building and roguelike from like way before they became big things online. I am kind of surprised at how... I'd say less diorite I've got than I thought I was going to give. But the one place there'll be plenty of this stuff to finish the project will be from Joe Hills. He'll have more diorite than anyone can imagine, I imagine. So the other things were candles, right? I think I can supply a lot of candles. Let's try that next. To be clear, FF8 is your favourite Final Fantasy since Open Bag 2. It's also a really, really strong game, right? Transit Biker says X and his puzzles and cards. You might have noticed I like puzzle games and I like card games. I think what I really want to do at some point is combine the two and make my own card game. For me, though, it feels like maybe I'm just not... I'm not sure if it's a time issue or like a taking the first step issue, because I can think about ideas in my head for card games and stuff, but then what I realize is that it's one thing to imagine it being good in your head. It's very easy to do that with ideas. It's a lot more difficult to take into account like how much you might have to work on that idea. So I've had a few ideas for card games, but then I'm like, this isn't just gonna like make sense in my head. I think you have to really like get your teeth in and test and tweak and tune, and I'm not really sure how to get started with that. But it could also be like a time thing, because what I've been doing with my free time lately, besides playing Final Fantasy, is getting back into writing music. It's something I've been telling myself I would do for such a long time, and now that I'm actually doing it, it's kind of like, now I feel guilty if I, like, maybe I could spend a couple of hours working on a card game prototype. I've got to go down, not up. But then I'd feel guilty because I've like told myself, no, I'm gonna do this music thing, right? So I haven't really like done anything on a card game idea, because I just know that it's not a simple thing to put together. Like recently we did Tunnel Rats, right? Tunnel Rats is surprisingly simple when you think about it, because the eureka moment of that game came from trying to build it on Hermitcraft and realizing this moment where I'm looking at the different layers of the game and surmising what goes in each layer, that opens up a plethora of possibilities in an evenly balanced game. Therefore, you can't really get it wrong. You can make great experiences, you can make good and bad experiences, but they'll always be fair because of the nature of that. And that gave birth to like the level editor for Tunnel Rats, and that is, you know, its strength. Because then, from there, you can put in all sorts of different ideas and let people figure out which ones they like. So that's like a stroke, maybe a stroke of luck, or maybe, I don't want to say stroke of genius, that's the phrase, but you know, maybe that was smart thinking. I don't feel like developing a card game or a deck builder is ever going to be that simple. Unless you can really like parallelize that in the same way, you know? Like if the nature of the game means both teams, like with a card game, one player usually goes first. If you have some sort of parallel playing at the same time card game, then maybe you can get away with like, because anything goes, you can make bad experiences and good experiences, but to get a good balanced proper card game, it strikes me as you need a lot of time trialing and erroring and learning about your own ideas. You need to use your awesome music knowledge and make a Guitar Hero minigame in HC, says Bard the Elder. I've thought on several occasions about making a music-oriented minigame, right? I mean, you could do, like, I can think of some ideas of, like, simple, like, I had this idea for a machine, right? The reason I've never done it, first of all, is because I'd be creating it on multiplayer, and that means that latency can just make the timing awful when you're trying to listen to the music. But you can basically, like, say for a bunch of drum beats, like, you don't need too much complexity to make a variety of different drum beats. I've totally forgotten what my way into this area is. Like, I just break some blocks, but I don't want to break anything. Let's just break these ones. No. Let's go back around to the other side. So like you could have a bunch of like switches and levers, and as you change them, you're like turning off the hi-hat or the snare beat, or maybe you're increasing the amount of snares on the track. Like I could see you doing that, and similar thing with like melodies and other instruments, and then you know you've got enough ingredients of like button pressing and lever switching to like make your own melody and stuff. Like that was an idea that I had. I don't know why I've come up here actually. Well, I kind of do. This is what happens when you waffle. It's like, oh, I need that thing, and then you think about where it is, but apparently I thought about the wrong place. Yo, how long has that like just not been there? There's just a window missing. The place that I need to go is down a level. But like for the layman, they won't notice the fraction of latency, says Equinox. No, it's not a layman thing. It's the latency will disrupt the song. Like, if you have, like, let's say 90% of the time you got a good connection, fine. It sounds okay. It'll be a little bit shaky, but like latency can really ruin it. If you want to see what I'm talking about, if you go check out my episode of Hermitcraft, just type Hermitcraft What Is Love Xisuma. There's an episode I made where I pranked Growlus by building the What Is Love song under his bass. And when he plays it, it's so janky, and it's just the latency. It like kind of ruins it basically. So that's what's put me off from doing it, at least. Latency really messes up music, says Mollux. It does, doesn't it? I think I might just do a double chest for B-dubs. I was gonna just do the one, but I got no idea how many of these he needs. And I have a feeling in my own ender chest that it isn't even fully stocked, and here I am. Getting all this crazy honey for B-dubs. I mean candles, but you know what I mean, like honeycomb and string. Yeah, we should do another one of these. Why not? Oh my god, I remember checking out that episode once Growlus talked about it, but also latency or not, I found it amazing. Yeah, I think if you want to be on the receiving end of a good experience, the latency is a problem. I could maybe look into it again at one point. Yeah, I can think of a bunch of ways to make it fun. Has B-dubs got enough diorite yet? I don't think I really scratched the surface for what B-dubs needs. Kind of disappointing. Game programming is very similar to the programming wheels used in orchestration or some carillons. Gotta put the right things in the right places to make it feel good. Sure, yeah. I mean, what do you mean? Programming, like... Because program is coding. Like, there's creative aspects to gaming, and then there's, like, technical. Because the coding bit tends to be more technical. I approach game development and game ideas from the creative side of things. But it's always really just a battle of time. It's just... You've got all these, like, ideas and energy, but then you have to go put it into something, and... For me, that is just going to be music as of late. Like, I've really got the ball rolling again. Ever since I got the old keyboard that I used to compose on back, the ball just started rolling. It just got easier. And then stuff started coming back to me. And now I'm just, like, very content with spending hours just, like, goofing around, putting things together. Slowly, you know, making stuff happen. Again, after having not done any of that for a long time. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need one more. We always need one more. Of course we do. Of course we do. Why would we not need one more? Yo, is Twitch bugging out? How many people are tuned in right now? There's a lot of people. A lot more than average. Huh, well, if it's accurate or not, yo, hit that follow button and catch more Hermitcraft in the future, because I do a lot of Hermitcraft streaming. What can I say? Hey X, did you do the metal guitars of the Minecraft life? I don't know what that is, but I got one of my guitars back, and I started playing it on again, and I think very soon, maybe later this week, I think I'm going to record a couple more guitar covers. Just feels right. I've got like a couple of songs that I want to share. One of them will be Limp Bizkit. Alright? Limping with the biscuit. What the heck is Limp Bizkit? That sounds weird. One of my absolute all-time favorite bands. They just have like 13-year-old me locked up in a bottle. If ever I want to unleash that enthusiasm I felt for music when I was 13, I can just listen to some Limp Bizkit. Now what's interesting is I was looking up their tabs and just running through song by song by song, and everything in Limp Bizkit is C# standard or this weird tuning that you need a 4-string baritone guitar for. And they do that one for Nookie, and they do it for Hot Dog, and like one other song, I think Full Nelson. So like there's about 3 songs I can't play, but basically everything in the Limp Bizkit catalog I can just play. And I don't think it's that difficult, but on the website I've been using called Songster, the difficulty ratings are surprisingly high compared to like other artists or songs that I know and can play. And I wonder if it's a case of like, if you know the songs really well, does that like prime you just to like get the groove a bit more? Because there's a fair bit of like groove in Limp Bizkit. Like some of their riffs are like stupidly simple, but maybe it's like built around groove, and if you're not too familiar with it, maybe that makes it difficult to play. I don't know. But I spent the night the other day just like running through song after song after song, and it was just like so easy to pick up and play. It was really fun. You can make the music game more for a listening memory game where you play a song and different instruments come to mind out of that specific points. That sounds, honestly, that just like, you can do that. That just sort of sounds a little less interesting to me. I feel like if you want to go make a game in Minecraft, you want to find something that you're passionate about. And I've had loads of ideas for games, and my ultimate conclusion a lot of the time is I'm just not that passionate, right? Like I set up Cluster Chunk recently, which we haven't played yet. But like, I'm passionate about that game. That's why I could like grind out getting all those materials and building it, because it was just, you know, a game I was really keen to play. So if I want to make something, I've also got to be quite passionate about it. And memory games don't really do it for me. What else did B-dubs need from here? Someone was kind enough to give us a list. White candles, well, you know, like bone meal ain't hard to come across, is it? Thoughts on the new Sleep Token song and how it sent everyone who doesn't know about syncopation into a tizzy about it not being in 4/4. Over the years, every now and then a song comes around, and then like people talk about what time signature it's in. I remember the Jackson 5 boogie on the what's it called? Blame it on the boogie. Actually, it might not be that song. One of their songs. Anyway, it's got this like 5/4 shuffle on the hi-hat in the intro, and like people talk about that a lot. Okay, so he's after copper grates. Oh, that I will struggle to supply, as I'm kind of all out. So candles do alright. Copper grates, pale wood. Yes, that I'll have to do when we're not streaming, I think. Glass panes. So glass is just a case of going to the desert. I think at this point, I will work on the pale wood outside of a stream, and I think I'll find out how many candles B-dubs needs, but that's surely got to be enough. So we'll leave it there for today. Yeah. And then, you know, like I don't think we need it immediately, so if you need someone to grind sand to make glass, I can do that. Just let's see what else turns up over here first. Okay, so I have a list of things we're going to do today, right? So we've done our B-dubs donating. I got some stuff so we can do over here. In fact, I think I got something most of you will like, because it involves a certain Giarian. who refuses to say my name correctly. Yeah, if you want to talk about time signatures, okay, you're going to open a can of worms here, because one of my favorite bands of all time. All right, Meshuggah. Okay, now when you start learning about music, you'll hear about polyrhythms. That I think on a technical level, they're not like that polyrhythmic. But what they do is their songs are all in 4/4, but their riffs are in different time signatures, and they'll play like, 3.5. So like they'll cut that thing short and go back to the beginning again. So you just got these like cycling elasticated grooves that just flex off of that 4/4 rhythm, and it is just an absolute delight, and I love it. Tool is a big time signature band, yes. Yeah, they mess around with time signatures a lot. I'm just trying to think, what do I... Yeah, no, I need a shiny book. It's so difficult to do two things at once. What is the least likely for me to use? I don't want to use, like, Breach and stuff like that, do I? Like, give me a lame book. Sweeping Edge? I don't need 2 Sweeping Edges. Sorry, you're officially lame. Okay, apparently I had one of those. So I need that. I need a fishing rod. That's string and sticks. That's easy enough to make. But yeah, if you're interested in music that has unique time signatures, or doesn't, there's opinions about it. Meshuggah would be my favourite for that. Bane of Arthropods. If I had it, I'd use it. Gent is technically like the guitar tone, right? Like, I think you can be a gent band without having that kind of stuff. Alright, so I need that, and then... Okay, mob heads, I'm remembering now. I actually made some proper notes somewhere, but I didn't look at it. The drowned head might come in. Well, we need a fish heads. So I might have to go slaughter some fish. Which is a ridiculous way to spend your time. Oh, I'm gonna go spelunking in a river. Yeah, there is a mini... This right here, I've not given this trophy out. I had a mini game idea, and I have not yet. Oh, pufferfish. Tried it on the server. I think I liked the idea originally, and then realized it was kind of lame. The idea was like, get to a location. Who can get there the first using nothing but ender pearls? Maybe over a long distance that would be good. I don't know if I'm going to get around to doing that. But like, everyone starts with a bunch of ender pearls, and then it's like, who can get there the quickest? And then I was thinking they might have to factor in ideas like going near beacons that have regeneration, because you lose health, so... But it probably wouldn't be, I don't know. Maybe fun to participate in. Maybe not too much of a great thing overall. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, right, let's go over to the watery area and try and get some salmon and cod heads. I think it's just one of each is really all I need. Alright, I will find these quicker if I am cheaty. Am I cheaty? Why is it not working? Yo. Hello? There we go. Well, squids count, don't they? Squids have got heads, I think. Oh, do you know what? I'm pretty sure I had a squid and a glow squid. Didn't I have a squid and a glow squid? Am I just not connecting the dots here? I think I had both of those. Right. Take that, salmon. Huh. Being all fishy and stuff. That's what you get. Hey, I got one. Nice. Cod next. What did cod ever do? Alright, squiddies. Squiddies. Show us your biddies. God, that sounds so dodgy. But it rhymed! Leave me alone. Right, anything in the chest? Wait. Nope, then you're getting dismantled. Slytro! Thank you so much for 67 months, my dude. Do cod actually spawn in the ocean and like salmon are in rivers? That's probably a thing, isn't it? Now that I think about it, okay. Grab some rockets, go flying to the ocean. Yo, Slytro, thank you for the support, my dude. You have an inkling they are up to fishy business. Oh, the puns, the puns. So good, so good. Don't this area look amazing? Woo! Oh, and I said earlier that we'd have a look at Scar's area, because Scar does lawns. Oh, come on, what's with the loading here? We can do better than that, computer game. We can do better than that. This is very, very straightforward. I think the key takeaway for me is using the bushes. That's like, just have a lawn and have it surrounded by bushes. I think I can do something like that. Probably with a bit of a different color scheme. That's my key takeaway there. And then the unkept mixes with the lawn bit as well. Notice how it's not grass. Interesting thing to do there. It works really well. Reminds me of Roller Coaster Tycoon. With your little lawnmower man out there, making all that grass look good. Oh, what a legend that guy was, eh? Come on, you remember being a kid. Watching him mow the lawn, making your park look pretty. And then you hired hundreds of them. They're like, I want all the grass to look like that. Is that some codswallop I see? No, there's salmon. Oh, okay. I got ahead, yes. I got ahead of everyone else by getting here first. Scar is a madman. Absolutely. In the best possible way. RCT was the vibe he wanted. He got it. He got it. He got it. RCT has a multiplayer now as well. I've been wanting to give that a try for a long time. Never get around to it. Yeah, where the COD at? Where's my wiki reading chat that are all like, yo, I read the wiki, you're an idiot, it's over there. I can't remember where the COD spawn. Dinner time. Dinner time. I've eaten for today. Today I made a homemade curry. It was gorgeous. It was like a garlicky korma one. Very nice. And then I had a stir fry. Very good. Very good. Tomorrow I'll be making some homemade goulash. Oh, feeling hungry. Very hungry. Hungarian. Sorry, wrong word. Your local mall has RCT seat game thing to try a virtual roller coaster. Oh, okay. Which roller coaster tycoon is that then? Ugh. Right, we got COD. We got COD. I remember there being a roller coaster 3D game. Well, it wasn't a game. It was like an indie made simulator, and this is from before, I don't know, like getting games online today. It's so easy. There's a big indie scene and stuff. I'm talking before all of that. It was almost like kind of dodgy. There were a bunch of like 3D made games online, but there wasn't exactly a big scene for it. And anyway, someone had made a like roller coaster builder and simulator where you could build it and then ride it in 3D. And I had that. It was like free to play, but that we're talking like 2005, 2004 probably. That was really cool. The graphics are terrible, but right. I think I might just skip the COD. Let's go get the glow squid head and then call it that. Was this theme park by Bullfrog Games? No. That's early 90s. That's the one before Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like the park builder before that one came out. Planet Coaster is good, not amazing if you're a coaster nut, but good for someone normal. Yeah, I played Planet Coaster. You could ride it. I remember making a video on my channel with just like a stupid, ridiculous, unrealistic roller coaster. That's one of those games where you can really get into the details and sink time into it, building your own places and whatnot. I've always been tempted to give that one a go. For me, like my priority with my time at the moment has got to be the music thing. Told myself it would be for so long and I'm starting to do it. So There's always these temptations to play games like that, but no, I'm going to stick to my plan. You missed the homebrew software era. Nowadays, it's not just really possible unless it's money making. I disagree. There's a really big indie scene for games where you can just pick up loads of cool little game jam mini games and stuff. Maybe they're not fully fleshed out, but then some of that stuff in the past wasn't either. Plus the quality of stuff has improved so much as well, and compatibility. Yo, didn't I say I had a glow squid head? Like, did I imagine it? Probably imagined it. Okay, there's no. Well, maybe a turtle is relevant. I'll grab a turtle. Since I got 8, where did I get those from? I feel like if I kill a turtle, it's like killing one of my own, you know? So let's just pretend we never saw that, right? Transit Biker says, good point. It's similar to a lot of things where like you can sort of look a little nostalgically back at the past. Like, oh, music used to be so good in my era, but it's like, well, the production wasn't as good, there wasn't as many bands, there was less genres, less established artists. Now you can access music unbelievably quickly. There's loads of like niche retroactive, so even if you want to hear music that sounded like it was made in the 70s, there's a massive market for it. Like state of music's pretty good. I think if it does have a weak point, it would probably be the amount of money that artists get from streaming does seem to be not so great. Like, could potentially have a lot more people. You know, like, if the scales were tipped so that more money was distributed somehow. Like, I think a lot of people think that, like, Spotify is greedy and they're ripping all these bands off, but Spotify is kind of like, if you look at its business model, it's more of like a middleman that gets squeezed between the record labels, and it's still the existing music establishment that seems to be squeezing the artists and stuff, just with Spotify as a middleman. But if they weren't so squeezed, and if there could be some better distribution, it could really be great for smaller musicians. Because the more musicians that can do it for a living, it means they get more time to make music, right? And you've got this demand for like nostalgia acts and niche genres of music and stuff, but like the critical mass isn't quite there to turn that over into like a professional avenue. You think Spotify might have more leverage than I'm giving them credit for? I don't think they got that much leverage at all. Like, they don't turn much of a profit or anything. There is, okay, so this is where things get a bit weird, because yo, Transit Biker, thank you for the Prime 3 months right there. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you. Here's where things get a bit weird, because like I've been trying to understand business and economics and capitalism and stuff, and like I'm not gonna act like I got answers. I've listened to a lot of different takes, lots of different sources, just trying to get my head around certain things, and there's some bits of it that I feel like never quite get addressed, and one of them is where you have these businesses that don't make much profit. But what they do is they have share prices that go up. And it's not clear to me like how much of like owning and selling shares actually invests in what the company does, i.e. putting money in its pockets to operate. So when I watch, because, you know, I probably learned all this about Spotify through some edutainment video breaking down like what's going on at Spotify and stuff. So when I learn about how their business model works and how they're like a middleman between the record labels and how the record labels just squeeze them, and you know they don't make a profit, they're just kind of like getting by. But like the thing never comes up of like, but you've also got like shareholders, and the share price keeps going up. They keep launching new products. promising like future returns, and the share price goes up. So, how does that factor in? Where does that come into the equation? The other thing I need is kind of over there. This is sort of it. Oh, there's one other thing on it. You think forcing people to pay to skip songs is ridiculous. I get they need to make more money, but still just doesn't seem right. I don't know. Like I take a lot more of a neutral position on things. Like, I've seen some stuff recently popping up on my YouTube feed, and like this really doesn't suit my vibe. So I don't 100% know where they're coming from or where they're going at. But I've seen like people complain about Netflix and not owning content anymore, and then saying that piracy is acceptable. It's right. Like you should go pirate stuff. Blaming Netflix and that, but I kind of see it like, well, that's the contract that you entered into with Netflix. Like, you didn't ask Netflix to give you ownership of something to find out that you then don't own it, right? Like, that's what Netflix is. You are watching content from their library. I don't think they ever said you own it. Now, if we want to say there's something wrong with not owning stuff and not always being able to access things inside of Netflix's library, let's talk about that. But it seems to get conflated to something else. So, like, when Spotify and their business model, I'm assuming it's the free model, right? Because I pay for Spotify and I haven't seen any, getting charged to skip a song or whatever. But like, that's the deal that you've entered into with them, right? So if they're free model, they just decide, we're gonna play fart noises in between every single song. Which would just be absolutely ridiculous. You finish a song, it's a like big loud trump. And they just go into troll mode, right? Like, it's their product, it's their business. That's kind of like the agreement you've entered into with them, right? That's what you're getting for what you paid for. Except we're talking about the free model. Now, the idea, supposedly, is that if they start doing really bad things in a free market, then they would lose out to better products. But the world's not fair, and you have monopolies and stuff, so there's always an element of that. But I don't get where this kind of like I don't want to use this word, but I'm like struggling for a lack of a better word because it just doesn't sound right. But like entitlement, like being entitled to something. You don't buy the songs, you just license the right to use them, just like every video game nowadays. You don't own Minecraft as well, you now pay for the right to use it. Is that true, T-Quinix? I mean, I know what you're saying overall, I'm just not sure if that's true of Minecraft, but yes, there is a lot more of that going on. You can play Minecraft offline, says Burt Potato. I think it might be in the contract that, like, you own the right to download the file to your computer and use it or something, but maybe not outright own it. Yeah, maybe they changed something in the ULA. I've been sat down for an hour, peeps. If you are familiar with me and my bum, it gets numb. Oh, jeez. Any opportunity for a ridiculous sentence, I just take it, don't I? Yo, Ordained Dread 14, thank you ever so much for 72 months, and Morbrick 77, thank you for 72 months, another month of derps, yes. Another month of derps, oh my god. It's been an hour already, says Vinno. I know, it whizzes by, doesn't it? It whizzes by. How can you play offline if you lose access to your account? That's a good point. It's a good point. It's not a standalone thing anymore, is it? But I think it has offline mode. So like, if it can't connect to the server, then you're sort of put into an offline mode. Yeah. So like, I think if we want to have a problem with these things, it's okay to say, like, hey, we should have the right to own games and be able to play them offline without an internet connection. Like, if you make that point and you want to like bring it into legislation, maybe there's a bill or something that your representatives are putting together, like that kind of movement and way of doing things I'm all for. Like the right to repair stuff is brilliant, and that's recently come around in I think all of the states in America, and it's coming over here in the EU. Like right to repair is gained a lot of traction and a lot of noise has been made, and now we're getting that. Like morally or wherever angle you're coming at it from, economically, environmentally, you can go, this is a good thing, right to repair. Like, but to start from the perspective of being entitled to it is kind of the thing that throws me off. Like, I think it's like a bad position to start from when you're trying to make a point. I think I might just go with those. Like, oh wait, no. Let's go with those. Like our friendly mobs. I'm gonna leave the drowned out. I need one more, don't I? I need one more armor stand. Maybe two. Maybe two. Wait, that's not. Let's go grab that. I do like the bundle. Looking forward to using it more at some point. If you want to own it, then purchase a hard copy book, the hard CD, DVD, downloaded MP3. I hope you get more options for DRM and free downloadable. Yeah, but where that option is not available, like I think the idea is, rather than say we should be entitled to it, like we should be entitled to own everything on Netflix. Like, let's respect what it is. It's not that, and it never was. But if we want these things to change, let's talk about the change that we want and the reasons that we want them. Yeah, like that's where my mind goes. It's like less of this like I think maybe entitlement is the right word. It just gets it just gets used in a mean way a lot. Like I wouldn't try and call anyone entitled. It's just like sometimes a bad idea can sit in your brain for a good reason. What did I want? I went past it. Here we go. What about printers and fridges that make you connect to the online service? Exactly, stuff like that. Like when you're out of options and like all the fridges now have to be online to use them, it's like, got to do something about this. Is it really entitlement if that's how it worked for the last 100,000 years and only now with the entire online era silently fades out? Why would you say the last 100,000 years? We're living at an extremely accelerated point of technological advancement. Like, this stuff wasn't around 100 years ago. Like, mass media itself has gone through several revolutions over the past hundreds and thousands of years. But like 100,000 years ago, those are like caveman days, dude. I don't know what you're saying. Because it's always been different at every point in time. Like, there were points in time in the past where establishments like the church had access to all the divine art, right? All the great art and cultures and works of the world. They had a monopoly on music as well. Like, where would you go to hear incredible music? In the church organs. Where would you go to see fantastical art and stained glass paintings and stuff, right? There weren't museums that you could just walk up into and see really cool stuff, you know, several hundred years ago. Estelian says, I'm pretty sure that 100,000 years ago was meant literally but not figuratively. Right, but like when we talk like that, like trying to use language like that to enforce a point, it almost dilutes it, because when you look back over 100,000 years, like art and things that we enjoy have been very different at different points in time. Yes, not literally. No, I get what you meant. It's not to be taken literally, but like this is what I don't like about discourse online. It's like it just seems like a bad starting point. Like, we're not quite saying what we want to say. I think Netflix definitely screwed up when they made it so different houses need different accounts. Also, Prime Video still gives ads. Overall, bad decisions in my opinion. I found the Prime experience to not be too bad. The ads are usually less than 30 seconds and you get like one per movie. Maybe that's different though, based on where you're at. Like, with it all being digital and stuff, we can all have different experiences. If you use the one figurative statement in the paragraph of the literal statement, it gets confusing to know what parts people want taken seriously. Exactly. Yes, very well said. And that's what I struggle with. The biggest revolution right now in the tech space is probably the explosion of makers and educators/communicators moving from TV to online, and all the stuff that has popped up to support that, Twitch being a prime example. Yeah, that's definitely it. And in that space, I'm often wondering, like, what is the quality? Like, who's behind this? Because every now and then you'll watch something and realize this isn't a particularly great take. Like, I don't want to. Well, actually, you know what? Normally when I do this, I don't name names. I was going to name the name, but there's no reason to. I watched someone, a journalist, make a video about Minecraft today, and like, it wasn't bad, but I was just thinking, you're so clearly from outside of this, and trying to make like a clever analysis of Minecraft, but like, there's no need to. Like, you can do a much better job just describing what makes Minecraft special by learning the ins and outs of its story. And so, like, I've watched some of their other journalism, and on occasion I've just felt like, is this like a not particularly interesting topic that's being framed into the whole edutainment? Wow, this is so curious and interesting. And everyone will experience this. You'll see someone cover something that actually, oh wait, you really know about this. And then if there's cracks in how they cover it, it makes you question some of the other things you've watched from them. Where then you're like, oh, okay, so like, all this other stuff that I don't know about when you talk about it, am I actually getting like a good take here? Maybe the lesson there is to just like get more information from more sources, right? But yeah, that's kind of been a thing for me for a while now. It's just like trying to you know, enjoy edutainment and learning about stuff online, but like take it with a pinch of salt, because there's a really big incentive to make videos, and it's kind of maybe easy to sound competent online, right? I feel like reporters on a source game should always contact players and get opinions of how they feel, then talk about it. I don't know if it's said well. Not good with words. Yeah, no, they should be contacting sources, and I think this guy did contact you. I mean, you saw some of the people he talked to in the video. It was just that the whole angle was to compare it to things that just didn't feel very useful to do that. Like, there's a very interesting story to tell about Minecraft and how it's like impacted the world, and that story just kind of got lost through analogy. If that makes any sense. I think I want to have these heads looking at Giarian. 4Gil96, 60 months. Thank you so much. I'm here now. Where are the promised cookies? Evilex promised me cookies upon joining the dark side. I hope I wasn't scammed. 4Gil, if ever we get to 100 months, if in 40 months I'm still doing this, I'll ask the Puka to put some cookies and milk in your cell. If you remind me. I'm not going to remember that, but if you remind me. 40 months, I don't know. Could still be here. Unfortunately, some degree of journalism is aimed at meeting readable quota and misses the marking content, says Jaunty Pepper. Yeah. Watching journalism change, I think for the most part, has made me... I feel like it's not going in a great direction overall. There are definitely shining examples of like independent journalism that feels like a positive from all the changes that we've seen, but maybe one too many examples that feel like Maybe this isn't going in the best of directions, right? Simon Whistler is a major culprit of, and just there to read the script, kind of half-baked content. I like that guy's content, but it's very much Wikipedia reading, isn't it? And I don't think he'd be too coy. Is that the word? Too coy about that? Sometimes words just pop into my head, and I'll have to think. Is that the right word? Like, I don't think he'd try and tell you he's a serious journalist. I think he'd tell you he's curious in stuff and he likes making videos about what he's curious in. That's the impression I get. But yeah, very much like a Wikipedia reading style of presentation there. I think the pose I want is Stargaze. Yes, that's the one. But now look at where the bow is. Will you try to copy G's pose in the painting image? Maybe that's where I'm getting like an echo of what I want from. Yo, Fabulous, thank you so much for the Prime. 2 months. 2 months. I don't know if you're playing. Did I just see a phantom? I think I got paranoid. I don't know if you're playing on the Let's Play Minecraft Together server, but peeps, if you did not know, any type of subscription, including a Prime, gets you access to our Patreon server, Minecraft server, which recently started a new season. And if you do the math on that and you've got Amazon Prime already, you can basically use it every month to, play on a Minecraft server. Reactionary journalism, the goal to spark a reaction. Yo, Matt Kimball, that is exactly one of the problems I've seen lately. Thing happens and then, like, everyone's got an opinion on it immediately. And, like, are we taking enough time to, like, digest events and talk to people? This reminded me of a video I saw that I really liked. I think it was by this channel called Howtown, about how the assassination attempt on Donald Trump was covered, right? And one of the criticisms was, if you go on Twitter, I got no idea where he built this, by the way. If you go on Twitter, you can see people saying, like, that the assassination attempt has happened. But if you go on the BBC or the New York Times or whatever, like, they've got very vague statements of, like, something has happened at Donald Trump rally. More to follow later, right? And so people are critiquing this as, like, old media's slow and yada 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 and all this. But what they're actually doing is they're doing proper journalism and they're investigating what's happened. Because although something like an assassination attempt it can seem obvious that it is that as it unfolds, you do want to, like, properly verify all the events and things that are taking fold. And so you've got this kind of, like, rapid fire reactionary reporting on Twitter. And Twitter can often get things wrong when people... There was also, like, a lot of misinformation flying around in the Twitter space about what was happening. And yeah, maybe the whole assassination attempt was, like, pretty darn obvious, right? But if you wanna report it properly, you need to go and investigate everything, because what if you find out... what if there was a gunman or something? I can't come up with a great example right now, but meet me halfway, you know. Like, what if it turned out to be something similar? Like, there was, like, an explosion and a bolt off of a building flew across and hit the guy in the ear. Like, this is a really bad example, but maybe think of something where you can think it's one thing, but something similar could have taken place and it looked like this thing. You know, our eyes and ears are good, but we need to properly verify. Anyway, the whole video is great. Where am I going, by the way, chat? Can someone tell me where I'm going to see this painting? I got no idea where it was. Could have been a backfiring car, or maybe someone missed a shot at the range, unrelated shooting nearby. There you go. Like, obviously in a... See, well, look at this, for example. In a situation like that, a rally, a president, the shot coming past the side of his head, the chances of it not being an assassination are incredibly low. but we should still verify everything as it unfolds. In other situations, let's say it's not a high-profile figure, it's not a rally, it's like something a little less, something a little more normal. Then when something happens, you have to go investigate. Which is what you got to do either way, but am I making sense? So apparently it's a secret entrance that I have to go through, but there's this bit here. Apparently we can see it top down in the water heading towards Scar's base. Okay. Go the other way. Free cam. Yeah, okay, there's a whole process to get down there apparently. Yo, Anita Hunt 37, thank you for the prime. Been here only a short while, but planning on being here for a lot longer. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the streams and stuff. There was a chance of it being an AI-generated video, I guess, is the Ender Vlin. Yeah, and all of this is happening right as that's coming around. It could be scary times ahead, you know. I don't even have... Oh my god, I've got to make a hoe. I've got to make a hoe. I don't like being that guy. Yo, T-Quinix. Why did I jump? I pressed the free cam button. That's it there, isn't it? That's got to be it. There it is. Oh, well, now I can see what I need to see. Oh, so the book is actually in his hand. I'm really glad we came and saw this. Do you know why? Because... Let's try and get that lined up nicely. Dude, it's like I can't quite get on the center. That feels more central. Now we got the colors as well. And the boat. Maybe I could incorporate the boat. Alright. Alright. Dang it! There's a storage system over here. I'm going to find some sticks and stone. Anyway, if like what we just talked about interested you, you're like, oh, that's... You got me thinking now, like maybe I could go look that up. I think the video is made by Howtown. If you browse through the videos, something to do with like how information gets spread on Twitter versus traditional journalism. Really good watch, really good watch. Something to think about. And I just feel like we are... I think we're losing the quality of good journalism. It's part of why we're getting a lot more like fractured and polarized, I think. You know, people have different versions of reality now, it seems like. We don't have as many shared common facts, and I think these are going to be problems. Did I read your message, T-Quinox? I think I got... Sorry, Technics. Jesus. So bad at this. I think I, like, got distracted right as I was about to read it. Appreciate your dedicated, long persistence with good down-to-earth Minecraft content. Here's a $5 for a cup of coffee. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate that. Tomorrow, I won't be having a cup of coffee. I'll be having mocha ice cream in the morning, which I find to be... very, very stimulating. I was thinking about it. I think what I might be doing with this ice cream is having effectively a high dose or higher dose of caffeine from the coffee content, but because it's like being eaten, it's digested differently. Maybe it like absorbs into your body at a slower rate or something. Because I feel really good compared to having a cup of coffee. Like once I start using caffeine again, like I'll get the jitters if I don't get the like amount or the timing right, which is really annoying. In the US, news organizations are not legally required to report the truth. I don't think they're legally required to report the truth anywhere, like, because trying to prove the truth is unbelievably difficult. There was like a law or something that changed in the 70s. They changed something about it, and it allowed... It might have something to do with ownership of news stations. I can't quite remember it. But anyway, like when you watch CNN or you watch Fox News, like you know who they vote for, right? And that's not as obvious if you read the BBC, for example. BBC tends to be a little bit more neutral. But, you know, go back and look at news reporting from like the 70s and it's just so different. It's so different. Okay, so this pose is kind of like halfway there. I was going to swap those. So the arm here, right, the left arm, it needs to be really twisted to stick the... Also, there's like a perspective thing here. Like if I do that, yeah, that feels a lot like the pose. The head is a little less exaggerated, I'd say. And now we're like most of the way... Do you know what? I think I could even put the book directly into the hand. But then... Look at the way it's displayed in the hand. This is something I'd like armor stands to have control over, is like the rotation of the thing when it's in the hand. I think I'm going to take that back. Let's go get some leather and do the armor next. Rye Frost says, whenever I'm subjected to a Fox News clip, I feel myself becoming dumber and more hateful and have to turn it off. It's bloody insane. I would refrain from doing that, right? Because that's probably how Fox News viewers feel when they go watch CNN or whatever. What I like to do when I watch clips from either side is like try and understand like what's behind this, because we increasingly have like different realities. We don't have that shared reality. And the more you can understand about where these other ideas and information come from, you can kind of see how it comes together. So, like, although I don't, like, particularly agree with a lot of the sort of views and takes they have, I want to understand at least where it's coming from. And what you'll learn is that, like, a very different worldview has been put together on these different news platforms. And that's why it's so polarizing, and that's why it's pulling us apart, is because we're getting, like, put into those silos of information, not understanding the other side and where they're coming from, because we're just being exposed to totally different points of view. Right, I think actually that's pretty much the tone we want. And then some black little booties. Get those in here. Say they're a little more grey than that. Hi X, what could you do for the armor stand is to go to his base and use those stands to get the correct position. I don't mind doing my own little interpretation on the painting, which is kind of what we're going for. It's actually a really cool idea, I think, to use the painting pose. Ties things together a little bit more. What I am concerned about is, like, not too often have I put a hermit directly in the middle on top of... I mean, Cleo's doing acrobatics here. Zedaf? Yeah, I think actually, you know what, look at Zed. I think it can be done, but we kind of want to see Grian's boots. It's going to be interesting to see how we make this one work. Alright, let's go and change all of the things. Oh no, except that one. Right, so gravity's off. So if we go up by 1 and back by 1. See, it's a little, I could maybe scale this. Oh, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. Oh my god, please. That's too much. I didn't think about that. There we go, there we go. That's a bit more like it. Plus, I think then it gives these heads a little bit more uniqueness, maybe. I'm gonna change this again. I'm gonna go a little bit more that way. It gives the heads back there a bit more of a vibe. Get some bubbles if we go back far enough. So like pufferfish needs to be a little bit higher now. Let's go select the pufferfish. And then it's the front of its head starting to tip out the water a little bit, isn't it? Very good. Let's get you looking a little further up. Right, and then I think we'll put like squid down there, looking that way. Turtle on the side, and then we've got to put the book in last, I reckon. We are now living in a world where information and misinformation travels the globe 2 or 3 more times in the instant that it is put out there. Not 40 years ago, we would be relying on the correspondence of TV or the newspapers coming once or twice a day. We are overloaded with data, and we aren't evolved to process as much as we are getting. It's why people are burnt out. It's the same at work. Yeah, I agree with that. That's very much it. We got a lot of information all the time. It's nice to tune out. It's nice to tune out sometimes. I've been taking a little less in lately, and it feels good. Huh, I like the position of that one. That's cool. All right, this one. Gonna go right down here, all the way down. Not sure if actually that's the best place to put it. I think it needs to be a little bit higher, doesn't it? Maybe come in a little bit, like it's... Yeah, it's minus 0.25. There you go. I feel like maybe we should shift the pufferfish over a little bit as well. Nice. That's got a vibe to it now. It's got a vibe. This came to me the other day. I was looking at my notes and I was like, oh, these armor stand things, I don't know what I want to do with them. I was like, come on, have a think. And like, I was just like, oh, okay. Right, a bunch of heads floating in water. Oh, yeah, actually, it looked pretty good, yeah. And then green in front of it, holding the book up. Oh, well, there you go. I think originally I wanted to put the book on the end of the fishing rod, but this is going to look much better. It's going to look much better. Yeah, sometimes you just need to encourage yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Adam7K, thank you for the Prime. 25 months on the topic of caffeine. Do you perceive a difference when drinking coffee versus tea? I have tea all the time, and I never feel any kind of kick from it, but by having it all the time, I may just be subtly having a small amount of caffeine. But over the years where I've gone on and off drinking coffee, God, massive difference. Like some people tell you there's more caffeine in tea, right? It's technically true, but like it misses the point. You have potency and quantity. The quantity of caffeine in tea, I believe, is higher. But the potency in coffee is way stronger. So drinking tea is probably a very mild, unnoticeable stimulant, I'd imagine, for most people. It is definitely not noticeable as a stimulant for me. I've never had a tea and felt stimulated by it. Coffee, on the other hand, I mean, we all know coffee can do wonders. Something to always remember about coffee, though, is that it doesn't give you any energy. It just blocks the receptors that make you feel tired. That's important to understand because, like, you have a coffee to energize, but really you're not doing much to your energy system in your body at all. You're just blocking that which tells you you're tired. Okay, that's a little bit higher. Is that higher? I think actually that's the wrong way. There's the clip. We're looking for the clip. Right, now the alignment. Bit of height on it. Bring it forward. That is pretty dope. We done another one, peeps. We did another one. Woo! Let's celebrate. Celebrate. Celebrate good times. Actually, isn't that holiday? Holiday. It could be so nice. I forget what the celebrate one is. Okay then. Wow, look at that. Let's get a screenshot. You can't have coffee or tea, it makes you hyper. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, everyone will have different reactions to it, right? What's Skizzleman's skin? This one technically, I'm not sure if I really finished this or not. I need to go look up Skizzle's skin. Like I know it's like a suit with the arms ripped off, but I need to get the colors right. Here's the thing, right? Think of someone you love, okay? And what color are their eyes? Now, some of you will know, but it's a commonly noticed thing that for some reason, for a lot of us, like you just don't really remember eye color. Yet you spend time looking at people's eyes when you talk to them or whatnot. It's kind of like that. It's like if you ask me the specifics, I might be a bit like, huh? Hopefully, people know my skin is green. Yeah, so it's definitely like black, a black suit with a red tie. And the trousers are a little bit darker, so we can probably lean into that. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing here. Poultry Truffle, I'm glad you enjoy watching the streams. Glad you enjoy it. Heart Gamer, you know your eye colours. I'm glad you do. Yeah, some people, maybe it's like, yeah, you just remember them, right? Like, I'm one of those people that just doesn't. Right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab a bunch of this and a bunch of that. Okay, the feet are going to be solid. Then we're going to go like that. Yeah, two, wait. Then 1 for 1? I guess, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the fade. That's the fade. I was wondering if my methodology was incorrect. Also, that pose is a little like, I think we've used it elsewhere. We want something, I think, with both arms facing forward. That's kind of good, actually. That's kind of sort of what I was thinking. Maybe the arms are like rotated out a little bit more. Let's tweak this. So I'm gonna bring that one back a bit. That's the arm. Less of that lunge. Okay, then I think we want like some kind of rotation on these. Yeah, that kind of works for me. Right, then I think we're going to up the height a little bit. And I think it's this one that we want to change. Yeah. 0. No, 0. 0. That works. Also, the contraption stopped working. Oh, I've got to edit it from the other side. This concerns me. Oh, I hope I didn't... No, I don't think I broke any redstone stuff. Right, so there is a button to restart it, but look at this. It's not reliable. At some point, it will turn off. So how do we make it reliable? Not sure if that can actually be done. Maybe you use like a pulse to start it and just run it on a loop would be another idea. Which will require an additional piece of redstone. Don't think there's a way I can be super duper smart here. There kind of is. Oh no, there's a super duper smart way. Guess I'm gonna have to do that now. Yo, that is a big arm stand. Okay, so Here's the super duper smarty pants way that you can do this. I think I did it wrong. No I didn't. Like, just pass it through there. Oh, it turns it into a small pulse when it comes... Oh, interesting. Wait, that should have still passed through. So this will just modify our original pulse into a shorter one, right? No, something different has taken place now. Oh, okay, that makes sense. It can still be done. It can still be done. Except that can't... That has to point into the block. I think we might have, like, multiple pulses going through this thing now. I'm pretty sure we've got multiple pulses. Now we got one pulse going through it. Might work, might not. I don't know. Might work, might not. We'll have to wait and see. That looks really good though, doesn't it? I feel like Skiz is also like blocking two in the middle. The one at the bottom is blocked, and the one at the top is kind of obscured as well. Maybe we nudge him to the side and rotate him. Like, there's always that instinct to kind of make things sort of central or whatever. And then go to the rotation and just be like that. It feels like it's a little imbalanced now, like it needs something on the other side, but there you go. Skizzy doing Wedstone. There's two more done. Finished 2. I can't believe it. Can't believe it, chat. It's amazing. That is amazing. Let's have a look. Go on, get distracted by all the messages now. Let me just put it back to normal. There we go. Yeah, so I did want to figure out the corner stats. I think that would be better to do another time. We can go back to Exile and do some stuff over there, that's for sure. We figured that out earlier this stream. But we also got Ethos to do. And this is one that I didn't put together a plan for, but... Oh yeah, wasn't it for Ethos to be riding a giant rocket? Like a rodeo? That, I think we can do that. That, I think, is doable. Exile or Exile. Same thing, basically. For me, it's the same thing. But I meant Exile. Which, wow. Can you even figure out which one I just said? Skizstone Immortalized, yes. Hello? Oh yeah, I got to do that. That's, well, I think I want to put it on its head. And then what way can the head point? Like, I'm going to have to turn it, yeah, turn it around to the side. That one can stay 0. Oh, look, it's doing that weird thing again where it doesn't quite go where you think it's going to go. So that's like left to right. This is a rotation, and that's back and forwards. Oh, wait, so no, maybe I can. I just used the wrong one. I went to the right, forgetting to try this one. Oh, no, but now look, that doesn't go where I want it to go. So that one, that's really weird. So that one now goes left and right. So it's like X is actually pegged to Y. So if I go take that to 0, let's check, go back to 0, go forward. Right, what happens when I turn this one to the side now? It rotates. Huh. It's like they're pegged to each other in a really weird way. I think this might not be the correct use case of XYZ. I could be wrong, but I want to rotate that way and then have it shift downwards so that we're looking at this thing side on. I mean, I guess there's actually one more plane of rotation here. And I think it's a substitute for that because we've also got this one. Right. Right. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Or not. Yeah, that's more like I want it. Okay. Now we're rotating it sideways. Okay, scale on that. I think an easy 4. Let's get rid of the base plate. Let's get rid of the arms. No gravity. I do need it to be invisible, just not yet. Wow. I can't even see the rocket. And it's gone. And it's gone. Uh-oh. Where's the thing? Wow. Oh, it shows you the scale. Is that it? 3.0? I thought I put 4 in. Maybe it's this one. Uh-oh. 2.0. Dude, it might be like deep under here. Uh-oh. It's gone. That's it, isn't it? Oh, there's my rocket. Okay, I think we found it. Yeah. We found it, okay. Right. Oh, this is going to be an awkward one to work with. Very awkward. I need to drink some water. I'm getting dehydrated over here. Peeps, always remember to drink your water. Apparently I put 5. Thank you for remembering, chat. As you can see, this is going to be an awkward one to work with. I also feel like I would kind of want that to be... Wait, can I fix that with this? I can kind of fix it with that. I want that bit pointing up. Okay, so where the heck are we going now? That's very close to where I want it to be. About there. Oh god. I think this thing needs to be like pointing up a little bit. Yeah, like that. So then we'll go down a little bit. Yo, 0.8. No, well we... Lost track of what we're doing here. Then it needs to be further away from the lectern, I think. So now we go... Yeah, we're going to go for a full 3. It needs to be a little bit higher to dodge the lectern. About there. So EFO's going to be a bit higher on this rocket. Now it's kind of in the exact spot it needs to be. Wow. I'm a little concerned about EFO's head. So let's downscale EFO. Let's make EFO like 0.8. This is wild, peeps. Okay, now we can clearly see that we need to go up. What happened here? Oh, I see. Like that? I think EFO needs to have a bit more of a forward-facing kind of thing going on here. So he's going to be riding his rocket, but he's also going to be looking out at us. Perfect. Now the arm positions are just not great. Neither are the legs, really. Let's tone this down a little bit. And then put some armor on EFO. So I feel like he'd have like one arm on the front. Let's go with the left arm. That would be like trying to hold on to something, right? And here's where everything gets weird with the posing. That's closer to where I want it. Like that. Hey, that now he looks like he's riding a rocket. Hello. That's what I'm talking about. These two back here, I think we might just get rid of them. I don't think they're really necessary. Can I even click on them? Can we even click on that? We can click on the lectern. Right, we need some... Yo, should I change the background to shulker boxes? Because Shady's rocket thing, right? Ah, that's what we gotta do. You don't wanna mess with Shady. Cause what? Cause Shady will build a shop in the sky. Right, let's locate. Oh, it's one armor stand. Brilliant. That makes my life easier-ish. Okay. Maybe come forward a little bit more then. Yeah, do we want it there or not? I think we say goodbye to this one. See ya. Don't know where the items went. I think they're underground. And then they would have floated up to the gap. Here, yeah. I'll have those things back then. Very good. All right. Now, I think with the exception of Cleo, everyone's got armor on, so I think we need to do the same for Etho. Let me go look at Etho's skin again. Yeah, turquoise and then blue, isn't it? It's that turquoisey colour that's going to be interesting. We can try, we can try. Gotta get my bearings correct. It's like a navy blue as well, so we might end up needing a few things here. Okay, for that classic turquoise. I feel like that one. Okay, that'll work. Right. Then we want to get that navy blue color together. Yep, that I think we'll go with that. Sweet. Let's put away these dyes. Uh-huh. Yeah, but then a solid around if they manage to see before Shulkerbox loads. I don't know what you're trying to say with that, but I was expecting someone might comment of the whole view distance thing of Shulkerboxes, but that's not what we... Oh, dude, that's so cool. That's so good. Etho riding a rocket. Oh my god, I love it. That might be one of my favorites. Dang, I think all of these, like individually, they're all just so much fun. I still feel like Skiz could maybe have something else redstoney here, like a little moped floating that's redstone related. Like we got those mini blocks. In the high hand can hold a hat. He'll be riding a mechanical bull. The thought has made me so joyous for some reason. Oh, holding a hat. I tell you what, I love the idea. The only problem is Etho doesn't like really have a hat. Like Scar has a hat, right? So I'm thinking, would the Scar hat in his hand look right? I don't think it would, but yeah, I'm totally with you. Like if he were a Wolf of Wall Street, we could maybe put that in his hand or something, right? It's a good idea. It would be a lovely little detail, but I feel like we would want it to suit Etho. His goggles? Etho's goggles? What? Like slime is vaguely redstone related because you need it for some redstone stuff. Oh, we do have a couple of deep slate. Oh, what if I had another one and we just put them on the floor? I do have a redstone block. I would like a regular redstone ore so we don't have the same one twice. Is that all of my mini head trades? I think it is. Okay, yeah, we've looked in these multiple times. I do have a glow squid! Ah! Oh! Yeesh! It was here all along. I guess we've got a mini observer. Hello. Oh! Red... Dude, unlit redstone lamp, jukebox. I think we'll put in those two. Yeah. Or the target block. I'm going to put in those two. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Why did we come over here? It wasn't for this. It wasn't for this, I tell you. It was for shulker boxes, which I could have crafted over there. God, you absolute numpty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is the amount. Put that in there. Put that in there, that in there, that in there. There we go, there we go, there we go. Right. Can you add him a little frog friend? Oh my god. Little frog head nearby. It's a great idea. Great idea. A frog light or a frogger coin in his hand. Oh, really good idea. The frogger coin. That is a great idea. Let's go dye these red. Oh yeah, and put these down. So, I reckon just one there, one here. Just gives it a little bit more. A little bit more. Doesn't take anything away. I'll do. Thank you very much. I really like that shortcut. That's a good shortcut. Thought you were in exile, says Callie. Oh, we came back. Ah. Oh, that might be a big problem. That might be a big problem, which we can probably solve by moving it and moving it back, right? I'm gonna guess. Looks like it might not be a big problem after all. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Looks like we're gonna be okay. Did I get the right amount of shulker boxes? I think I might have one too many, technically. Dude, this is dedication right here. Shulker boxes for detail. Hello. Or maybe it was 14 in total. Yeah, looks like we're going to be shy. 2 more, please. 2 more. Yo, SMLND39, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time. I got an idea in my head, mods. I got an idea in my head. And I need you to do a poll. Oh, I'm not sure I want to do this or not. It feels like today might be the day. Nah, do you know what? No, I won't. I'll tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe doing that bonus Final Fantasy stream after today. But the thing is, like, after like 2.5 hours, 2 hours, I just need a break, you know? I can't be at the computer for that long. Like, my eyes are just like, oh, look outside. Fresh air. Too late, you're getting a pot. No, please don't, Forgale. I don't want to. Because I don't want to leave it in people's hands if I'm not going to actually commit. I just... very, very tempted, but I kind of know. Kind of know how these things go. Like, I'll feel pretty cranky. I mean, I could try it. I'll think on it a little bit. Like, maybe I could give it a try. I just think I'll probably come to the same conclusion. I could have swore I just heard a little swipe sound. All right, we need a crafting bench for this. And a couple of pieces of red dye. To finish off the EFO one. How about tomorrow, says Maddie? No, tomorrow is April Fool's. I'll be very busy. I think it might have looked better with the terracotta. Or maybe it's just... maybe it needs to be like white dye instead of red. I think the problem is like the contrast. this was a very nice contrast because it's lighter than the red, whereas it's too similar. Yeah, that's what y'all are saying in chat. Selena Bina says, kind of lose the rocket in all the red. Yeah, that's it really, isn't it? Maybe we'll go with grey. Because we might lose bits of the rocket if we make them all white. Let's get a few in and see how we feel about it. Light blue like the sky. That is a very nice suggestion. I think I want to go with that. Like, I was trying to pick a colour from the shop, right? It's trying to dye that one. Nope. That won't work. Huh, that's interesting. How this repeat craft thing was working for us a minute ago, and now it's like, no, I'm going to try and use the one that's already dyed. What am I doing for April Fools? I'll be covering the snapshot. Yeah, I think this is going to look a lot nicer. Yeah, look at that. It picks the light blue one. Maybe it's doing some sort of like alphabetical thing, or it's got a list that it prioritizes. I don't know. It ain't picking the right one, is it? You can't shift items up into these ones, I've learned. Yo, it's X Bacon. Thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the channel. Do I have anything planned for anyone? Do I have anything planned for anyone? That is a very, like, vague, open question. I mean, I have plans. Yo, Kiwi Marauder! Hi, hey X, just wanted to thank you for putting together the fan art contest. Love this community and how tight-knit it feels with the Hermits. So thanks again for spearheading it. More than happy to. It's been absolutely amazing, and it's coming together so fast at the moment. It's really, really cool. The blue makes it pop. You love it. It does make it pop, doesn't it? Which is what we wanted. We wanted it to pop. It's free storage for the community. I guess it is. I guess it is. You could store some items here. I still think it maybe look better with the terracotta. Not gonna lie, I might change that back. But hey, we got EFO sorted here as well. I thought I saw a name tag. Like it's just the little Z fighting thing. We could check out the art gallery when there's a free minute, maybe, says Vinot. Yeah, there's a free minute right now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go check it out. Oh, there was a poll. I asked him not to do a poll. What's going on? Oh, okay. Is X a derp? Thanks. Cheers, I guess. Cheers. Right, I think I know what I want to do. I actually know what I want to do now, and I've made my peace. I've made up my mind. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I think it's a good decision. Let me tell you what decision is in a moment. Let's okay. Oh, I'm a derp. Chat. Thank you very much. Oh, derp Faye. Oh, this guy's so idiot. Oh my god. Oh, look how much time I spend watching him. Though, what does that say about me? Oh gosh, I don't know what it says about you. Spend all your time watching a derp. Okay, I'm gonna turn my back to Pearls, just in case she hasn't shown it yet. But I'm also going to encourage you to go to the Hermit's videos and check this out if you want to see it a little more up close, let's say. Absolutely incredible art made by the community. Fan art has been something I think pretty much all of us share a passion about, and it is not too difficult to understand why. If you're a creator and people are making fan art around you and the things that you make, it is just immensely inspiring. It is like this unbelievable sort of like a feedback loop in terms of inspiration, but like I love what people create when they make this fan art. Like it is just so inspiring. Really just kind of takes the whole worlds that we have here to another level when you see it through like other people's eyes. So there was this possibility to bring it into the game using paintings, and I went to the hermits and I basically said, we can do this, shall we do this? And yeah, everyone wanted to partake, and so me and Kraus have been working on a fan art gallery to put all of these paintings. We're going to bring them into the world over the season. The best place to check if you want to be informed is like on a Hermit's channel or on the Reddit. We're doing a lot of them on the Reddit. Yeah, it's just going to be amazing to bring some of you into this. When I announced it in my video, I tried to make it really clear though. Like, we do have limitations on how much stuff we can bring in. So I don't want people to feel left out if you didn't get in. We'd love to have everyone on if we could, but this is about getting something in the world instead of nothing. And spiritually speaking, like, more of you are in here than the ones that are in here. Like, I think pretty much every hermit has like a collection of fan art that they've collected over the years on their computer. So y'all are loved, and this is a way for us to just share a little bit of the love on here. All right. Here's what we're going to do next, okay? I'm going to restart the stream for my VOD purposes. And when we come back, I'm going to be playing a different game. And the game I'm going to be playing is my favorite game of all time. But we're going to be playing a game inside of it, and it's a card game. And it's really cool. And I got to this point where that was the next thing I needed to do. And I just thought, I think I'd like to stream this. I was also finding it really tough. So we're just going to have a little bonus stream that I probably won't even publish as a VOD or anything. So please do stick around. I'm going to get that fired up right now. Just thinking about the best way to do it. Yeah, that's the end of this stream, I guess, for now. Anyway, stick around and the entertainment will continue. I'll be back in a second.